Hello guys, it's Alexander Mark III again, and today we are going to be doing a video of cleaning your pedestal fan or fan. So I'm doing this because some people don't know how to clean a fan, and I'm just going to help them with it. So we have here is a Lasco 4-speed pedestal fan, 18-inch from Walmart. And if you have a fan like this, that's a Lasco, this should help you, or if you have a fan that's similar to this and looks like it, this should also help you, or you can use this as a reference. So cleaning a fan is pretty simple. It would actually be more simpler if you have the instructions with you, but sometimes you lose the instructions or throw it out by accident, so I will be happy to help you with this. So first things first, why does a fan get dirty? Particles, people's dust, it all gets on the blades. People ask me this all the time, and I just tell you it's particles from the air. So, beside that, let's get to the real cleaning. So, first things first. I highly recommend that you unplug the fan. It's just one of those things, when you clean electronic, I'm in the habit of unplugging it. You don't have to if you feel like that you can do this without getting shocked, but like I said, for my own safety, I am unplugging it. So this will be step one, unplugging your fan. So you can see, nothing happens. All right. The next step is taking off the grills. We'll start with the front grill first. Just like this, there's little parts that latch in, just like that, and it fell right off. It says Lasco on it. We'll just put this on the bed. And there is a little spinner nut that says Tighten, so you just want to unscrew that the opposite way of how it says Tighten. It's a little bit hard to do with one hand, but there we go. Got that done. Just a little spinner nut. And these blades just come right off. Just like that. All right. So halfway, we've got that stuff out. So now what you want to do is unscrew this little piece right here, that way. And the grill just comes off like this. All right. So I'll focus on the motor area a little bit later. We'll just focus on these parts right now. Alrighty, so we're going to start with the front grill first. I have it at my sink. And what you want to do is just take a little bit of water, not enough to splash you, but just a little bit. And actually, it would probably help if you have it this way. You don't want it too much, but just hose it down like this for the entire part. Like I said, you might need to use a little bit more water pressure or a little bit, just depends on how dusty it is. Alright, the next step is cleaning the blades. As you can see, this is the perfect candidate for this video because this thing sees use almost every night. So, all you gotta do for this is, just like the grill, use a little bit of some water. Just depends on how much you need, just how much you need to use, just depends on how dusty the fan is. I'm just going to need a little bit because I don't need it to be soaked after this video, but just a little bit. But like I said, this all depends on how dirty your fan is. Luckily this one isn't too bad, but still, worthy enough of getting cleaned. And it doesn't depend what water you use, cold or hot. I think this is just cold. Yep, cold. And you can use dish soap with this, but just regular water works too. The dish soap takes a little bit more time, but really you just need the water. Unless it's like really caked on there with grease or something, you should be fine if it's just like used in your bedroom or something. Be on those lines. Alright, and now it's time for the back grill. So like I said with the blades and the grill, same point. Just use a little bit of water. You may need a little bit more at a higher pressure. if your fan's really dusty, or just a sprinkle like this. In fact, I can probably make this just a little bit more. Yep, not that high. Perfect. Just want to get all that dust off, that gunk off. You can flip it around too if you want to do the front side first or this back side. Like I said, it just all depends on what you want to do at this point. I recommend using less water because the dry time is a lot faster, but if you want to go the extra mile of really getting it in, you can use some soap and have the water pressure a little higher. Just like I said, it all depends on what you want to do. You can also spin this grill just a little bit too. Just get a little bit more. Now we are going to clean the motor itself. And if you can see in there, it is pretty stuffed up. So, for this purpose, and I guess if you wanted to, you could take that off the base, is we gotta unscrew some of the screws. This is where this comes in, a Phillips head screwdriver. So what you wanna do is just put it in like this. Once again, better with two hands. 1 second. Alright, once you have taken the screws out for the motor housing, your motor should look very similar to this, give or take the amount of dust on it. So, what you want to do now is take a vacuum that has the hose bit to it, turn it on, and suck out the motor. Using those little holes, that's how you suck out the motor. So, I will demonstrate. Once you have finally completed cleaning the motor, you can put the motor housing back on. So what you want to do is screw it back in, just like so. Alright, now putting the fan back together, we'll start with the back grill. Now I would recommend that you wait until the fan is completely dry, but a little droplet of water here and there will not hurt it. Just make sure it's not like soaking wet. Like this is just little droplets. I don't know if you can even tell. What you want to do is just tighten it to the point where it says tighten. Sometimes it says it, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it takes a couple tries, but there you go. That's how you get the back grill on. Now we have the actual blades. Once again, there's a little groove in the back that matches up on the shaft like that. And you just push it on like this. Make sure that's lined up. And tighten it once again till you can't tighten it anymore. And there you have it. Last but definitely not least, we have the front grille. So like I said, all you got to do is line it up with these little clips right here. Like I said, sometimes these grills will be different. Sometimes they'll have clips that you push on. Sometimes they just snap in together like this. Does take a couple times, especially with these Lascos. I don't really like these Lascos because sometimes they don't really secure on correctly, but just check on the bottom. Amazingly enough, they did. So, let's go ahead and plug your fan back in. And if you did it all correctly, it should work. And there you have it, how to clean your pedestal fan. Thank you for watching.